Vietnam's busy streets with its honking cars and motorcycles are in transition away from petrol cars towards electric vehicles or EVs to cut down on pollution. Now, the government has been doubling down on this green goal, aiming for all new taxis to be electric from 2030 onwards, with the hopes that all cabs in the country will be EVs by 2050.
Ahead of the game is this fleet of bright blue cabs from the country's first electric-only taxi firm, GSM, owned by the same group behind VinFast, Vietnam's EV giant. All of GSM's cabs are VinFast cars, the company that first made global headlines when its stock skyrocketed after being listed in New York's NASDAQ. They've since plunged, and VinFast has been relying on subsidiaries with 70% of its deliveries going to GSM.
Domestically, GSM is trying to carve its own share of a competitive ride-hailing market that's dominated by the regionally popular Grab platform. Now, users can call for the EV taxi by picking up the phone and dialing or using this app.
And it's also easier for the cab drivers, like Mr. Mai, to earn with GSM. As with other taxi firms, GSM has a quota he must reach to get his base salary. But Mr. Mai says it's simpler for drivers to hit GSM's quota than those of traditional firms.
Mình linh động nhiều thứ hơn. Mình có thể giải quyết được những chuyện gia đình thí dụ.
For Mr. Mai, the biggest downside is having to charge the car. On a full battery, he can only take about 15 riders if they're going short distances.
He says normally in a day, he'll need to charge his car twice for 40 minutes each. But because charging ports are still relatively rare in Ho Chi Minh City, sometimes with long lines of EV drivers waiting to charge, he says the wait time can get up to 2 or even 3 hours. Mr. Tuan here has been waiting for 30 minutes just for a free port to charge his car. But this is pretty normal?
Dạ, công việc đợi sạc xe này là rất là bình thường.
VinFast says it has 150,000 of these charging ports across Vietnam, but given how quickly demand for EVs is growing, urban centers like Ho Chi Minh City are going to need more.
That's especially as foreign competitors like China's top EV maker BYD enter Vietnam's market. Right now, VinFast has a monopoly on the infrastructure, and their ports can only charge VinFast cars. This month, the government will consider subsidizing electricity prices for charging stations to keep Vietnam on track with other advanced economies, aiming to be carbon neutral by 2050.
Reaching Vietnam's green goals will take time, especially as the government eyes even larger scale projects like electric buses in the future. But with thousands of these EV taxis already on the street, Vietnam is off to a strong start. Eason, Chen, Alison, Nguyen, and Joyce in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam for TaiwanPlus.